Diplomatic dialogues that we have seen between India and China, particularly the informal summit which happened in Mahabalipuram in 2019, and the mechanisms which have been followed so far are three in nature, many would say. It's about mutual respect, sensitivity, and interest. Can that really guide the policy for stability is the question as we bring in Dr. Mohan Kumar, former diplomat who joins us on this broadcast. Ambassador Kumar, how do you view this handshake? A great degree of bonhomie that is usually expected is missing. It's a cold handshake, but one that is needed. One would say that it is necessary in the times that we are living in.
Yes, thank you very much. The only way you can really see it is in terms of a visit that was scheduled some time back. It's also good to bear in mind that the rapprochement with China started much earlier, before the problems that we have had with the US began. So I think the Chinese understand as much as we do that this is turning out to be a meeting where both sides need to put up a brave face. And both sides have serious issues with the US, if I may, but probably India has more issues. My only concern, perhaps, is that we should not allow optics to replace the substance of the relationship. And for me, the substance of the relationship is still problematic. I don't think we can think of normalization when 50,000 troops are stationed at the border on an eyeball-to-eyeball confrontation basis. So I would say the proof of the pudding is in the eating. If the Chinese do make an attempt, and if they really want good ties with India, want the ties to stand on its own merit, then we need to see some movement on the de-escalation at the border. So I would say that keep that in mind. Obviously, it's an important relationship. We can't wish China away. China cannot wish us away. So I think there is, an external factor that can provide a momentum to the relationship. But I think it would be wrong to overinterpret that external factor. It will ultimately boil down to how India and China decide to approach this relationship on its own merits.
Okay, let me bring in Geeta again. Geeta, the fact here is that the tariffs on India is at 50%, but trade talks with China is continuing. While there are restrictions on India and Indian students, the number of Chinese students in America has increased as well, the visas for them. So even US is looking at China very differently from the way they are viewing New Delhi.
Well, absolutely. This is not the Biden administration. Look, Maria, what Donald Trump has done has turned things turtle for many in terms of foreign policy, or how we viewed the world order to be, and how the engagements continued for a while. And everything when it comes to Donald Trump and US's foreign policy has changed completely. He's very clear that he wants to engage China, despite the fact that there are sanctions that are being imposed on some entities, that some of the officers and officials of China have also been sanctioned. On the other hand, what you're looking at is that he's playing the India-China card and ensuring that the two sides never meet. The leaders are meeting. There has to be realization that to counter anything, or to counter a bully like Aina Tangen had put it some time ago, the two countries will have to work together. But there are too many problems, too many things at play over here, especially for us. The fact that we share a border and there are disputed areas is the reason why the problems begin from there, and the problems will have to end with a resolution to that crisis. But the immediate one is not the longer boundary question, like Ambassador Mohan Kumar said. The two sides have to work and have to find a workable solution to how to move forward. But I've been repeating this time and again, the The Chinese have to walk the talk, show
Yes.
that they can be trusted if there is going to be complete disengagement at the border on the recent crisis.
Yes.
Not talking about the boundary question itself.
Yes, because the frictions along the LAC is continuing and there have been major standoffs, Geeta. Doklam 2017, Galwan 2020 and regular incursions which are happening in Ladakh, Arunachal Pradesh and Chumar. So there are questions which need to be answered before there can be any substantive movement. But going beyond optics, what should we be expecting from today? Ambassador Kumar. Okay, so the audio of that bilateral has started coming in. Let's cut across to it.
बना हुआ हमारे स्पेशल रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स के बीच बॉर्डर मैनेजमेंट के संबंध में सहमति बनी। कैलाश मानसरोवर यात्रा फिर से शुरू की। दोनों देशों के बीच डायरेक्ट फ्लाइट भी फिर से शुरू की जा रही है। हमारे सहयोग से दोनों देशों के 2.8 बिलियन लोगों के हित जुड़े हुए हैं। इससे पूरी मानवता के कल्याण का मार्ग भी प्रशस्त होगा। परस्पर विश्वास, सम्मान और संवेदनशीलता के आधार पर हम अपने संबंधों को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए प्रतिबद्ध हैं। एजेंसी चीन द्वारा एचसीओ की सफल अध्यक्षता के लिए मैं आपको बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं। एक बार फिर चीन यात्रा के निमंत्रण के लिए और आज की हमारी बैठक के लिए आपका हार्दिक धन्यवाद।
So Prime Minister Modi there speaking about Kailash-Mansarovar, Geeta. We have been saying that the focus will be on cultural exchange, about pilgrimage that has started between the two countries. And remember, China has shown great interest in Indian arts, yoga, Ayurveda in recent years. So maybe that can be an entry point between the two nations.
Well, absolutely. It always has been. When it comes to India and China, relations are historic, but also engagement is also historic.